Well, welcome to Fun Time Travel. So today we're going to talk about some of the ports that we love in the Caribbean. You know, we love the cruise ships, and I think that when we first started cruising, we were like, okay, we got to check out the ports. The ports are the most important thing. Right? The ports, the ports, the ports. And for us anyway, really cruising has become as much about the ship as it has about the ports. But today we wanted to share our 5 favorite Caribbean cruise ports. Obviously, we haven't been to every port.
No.
We're trying, but this list is sort of incomplete, and it's likely to change. So you may have some ports that you like better than the ones that are on our list.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally fine. Tell us about it in the comments below. But let's get into the ports right after this.
Well, our first one is Belize. Now, our experience with this one, to let you know, is we only did an excursion.
Right.
We went cave tubing, but it was just literally from the time we got off the ship and got on the bus for the excursion. Our bus guide was so friendly, so fun.
Yeah.
He gave us a tour as we were going through the cities, talking about the history, and we felt like we were in like 2 different worlds, in the city.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you come out of the city,
right, it was like
beautiful.
Yeah, it was just untouched.
Green and
yeah, absolutely.
lush and trees. And then it was like what, a 45-minute drive?
Yeah, it was a long haul.
Yeah.
It was a long haul.
But, so the whole time there, he's giving us history and telling us different landmarks and this and that. And once we get to where the cave tubing was, we come up this steep hill.
It was like we were entering
down into Jurassic Park.
Yeah, yeah, it really was.
The jungle was gorgeous. It was like, I've never seen anything like it before.
To this day, that was one of our favorite tours.
Yes.
Favorite excursions.
Excursions.
Absolutely. And we should qualify. So we got off. It's a tender port, so you ride the tender onto the
Right.
port, and then once you get into the port area, it's not as built up or commercial feeling as some of
Right.
the other ports, which in a way was really refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
The people, everybody that we interacted with was very friendly. They were all very friendly. It was really enjoyable. But like she said, then we get into the excursion area, and it was like a park where we were going to do this cave tubing. Just a phenomenal experience. To date, best excursion ever.
We had to hike for quite a while with our tubes, through the jungle. It was gorgeous. And now, hear me, I hate spiders. And I did see a tarantula and about flipped out.
It was an exciting day.
But after that, I was totally fine. And it just was a great day. And even after we got done our tubing, the actual excursion was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. It's an experience like none other that we've ever had.
In a way, I guess we're talking about the excursion more than Belize, but Belize,
Right.
the just what we experienced of Belize was absolutely beautiful, and there are tons of excursions that you can do in Belize. So we highly recommend Belize if it's on your itinerary, and if you've not done the cave tubing and you're kind of an outdoorsy type or you have a little adventure in you, it's a very, other than like the 15-minute walk, it's really kind of a low key.
Yeah.
And I want to say, 5 years ago when we went to Belize was, I say, like $75 for that excursion or something. So it wasn't really didn't break the bank.
No, and there were people of all ages. There were little kids.
Yeah.
There was elderly, and everybody was fine. Everybody did it. We brought at that time our 18-year-old son and his best friend and family, and the boys had just as much fun, if not more than we did.
Well, my father went on it,
Yeah.
and so it was all ages. Everybody still raves about that excursion, and so that's our experience with Belize. Yours may vary depending on what you do, but
Right.
definitely Belize is near the top of our list.
Yeah.
So, hey, try out Belize. Hey, would you like this video? Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future updates. We love to chat about cruising. We love to hear your thoughts on cruising. So hey, if you're enjoying this, share it with a friend or comment below. So thanks in advance.
Number 2 would be San Juan, Puerto Rico.
I love San Juan. Love
Yes.
San Juan.
We loved walking around. the streets and the buildings and the colors and it was so pretty. It was so pretty.
I would even consider doing a 4, 5, 6 day vacation in San Juan. There's so much to do.
In the little restaurant we went in and ate at, it was just the people were nice, and
I like
just the culture of it. I don't know. It's just that.
Well, San,
really
the cool thing about San Juan is it's part of the U.S. And so you feel kind of at home, but yet you feel like you're in a foreign place because Spanish is the language of the I'm not sure what is it. It's not a Commonwealth, but the territory. Anyway, Puerto Rico is a beautiful, beautiful place. We didn't plan an excursion for San Juan in large part because we just felt like walking around Old San Juan would be a lot of fun. And, our cruise ship pulls up right at the what would be kind of the lower end of Old Town San Juan, and so we began just kind of roaming around in the streets aimlessly. Which there were 4 of us. And for 3 of us, that was just fine. And for our lovely friend Wendy, who is absolutely, she's the best. She was like, I got to do something. So we started looking around, and we made our way over to the fort at right there in Old San Juan, and it was either $5 a piece or $10 a piece. So I just wanted to peek in. When we found out it was like $10, I think it was, to get in. So we just paid it. And we spent the better part of 3 hours just roaming around that. It's such a beautiful place.
It's beautiful.
And the weather was just, like perfect. It was 80 degrees with a breeze. The sun was out, and Tom, our friend, he and I are history nerds. And so everywhere we went, there were little signs, and we're reading this, and we're reading that, and we're climbing on the things that you're allowed to climb on.
Right.
And the girls just...
We were watching iguanas and
looking
lizards.
at iguanas and making fun of us. And so we
enjoyed the fort too. We really did. Yeah. It's really pretty. And
it was just beautiful. There were spots you'd look out and the ocean was breaking, and it was like a postcard everywhere you looked.
Movie.
Yeah.
It was like you felt like you were in like a set of a movie.
Yeah, like we were, Captain Jack Sparrow or something. I don't know. It was fun. But we spent so much time there. Then we realized we were hungry, and we just randomly walked into a restaurant, got a little sampler platter, some local drinks, and what a great day. Lord knows there are so many excursions that you can do in and around San Juan. You could do the Bacardi tour, which is from the folks that I know that have done it, but that is a really, really cool. Even if you're not a drinker, it's very interesting. There's a jungle, like rainforest you can go through. There's just so many things you can do, but San Juan is without question one of our top 5 places, both because it feels relatively safe, and as I should qualify, Belize is also relatively safe as long as you kind of stay with the group.
Yeah.
San Juan, as long as you're looking around, watching where you're going, I think for the most part, San Juan's pretty safe. I'm sure there are people out there that are going to tell me it's otherwise, but we had a great day in San Juan, so ready to go back. Next on the list is St. Thomas. And again, St. Thomas is part of the U.S. Virgin Islands. So, hey, you're in the United States still, if that appeals to you.
But you don't feel like you are?
No, you don't. You are clearly on a Caribbean island in St. Thomas. And again, you get off the cruise ship, and there's tons of shopping right there, which for some people... that is a popular pastime, and so we didn't have anything planned for St. Thomas either. We just got off the boat,
except for going to a restaurant that his parents had gone to.
My parents had been to the Greenhouse in St. Thomas, a fantastic place to go, and so we just kind of felt like it was a fun. That was the only thing on the agenda. We did some shopping, and as we were, as you and Wendy were in one of the shops, a cab driver approached Tom and I and said, "Hey, I'll take you around the, whatever."
There was tons of cab drivers all day long approaching us.
Yeah. So we eventually decided we'd go ahead and do it for like $25 a piece, and it was like a 3-hour tour. But it was an open air bus. It was like a flatbed truck with a roof, and the walls were wide open, and we just went around the island, and they told us about different things. We got a banana daiquiri. Which was, banana-y, yeah. saw just beautiful views, beautiful places to stop, and then of course we got off the bus and went through like the little tent city,
Right.
outdoor shopping.
But the tour was cool because they took us to the highest point in, on the island, and it was just gorgeous. The pictures that we got from there and stuff. But yeah, then we did the.
Well, continue.
No, I'm just saying it was just. I just thought that was so cool because you get a totally different perspective than just staying down close to the port area.
Yeah.
You really get to see the whole island. Like, it was cool. The driver, he was great, but the roads were like so narrow and it was so steep, and it was like, whoa. I mean, sometimes you had to watch because like a branch could hit you.
She was worried that one of the wheels might go off the edge of the road because they were steep. She has just a little bit of a thing with heights.
Yeah, just a tiny.
and spiders.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it was so much fun, and of course when she does get scared like that, then she just laughs, so nobody really knows if she's scared or drunk.
I wasn't drunk. I was definitely scared.
But it was St. Thomas, really a lot of fun. We ended up walking back from the downtown area back to the ship.
And probably shouldn't have done that.
That was a mistake. That was a mistake. It looks a lot closer than it is.
Yeah.
We only walked back because we're like, oh, it's not that far. It's far.
We were all sore the next day.
It's a long walk.
And they had road construction. It was probably not the safest. It was bad.
Of the list of things that we've done, that's going to go at the bottom. St. Thomas offers a ton of things to do. It's still part of the U.S., again, if that's important to you. And we didn't do an excursion. We just roamed around, and to date, that is one of our favorite port days of all time.
Yeah. Well, moving on. Our next favorite would be Aruba.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, beautiful.
Beautiful.
You can't describe it. You just got to see it. Like.
Yeah, we loved Aruba. Once you get off the boat, there's again shopping, if that's your thing. We went to De Palm Island. There are a number of beautiful beaches that you just can't go wrong with. They have the hop-on, hop-off buses that you could just take a tour. So much to do. Aruba's part of the Netherlands, and is an incredibly safe place to visit.
Yeah.
We never felt uncomfortable at all.
And our taxi driver was even telling us, he's like, listen, this is like one of the safest places you can be. You could walk around at night. People don't even lock their doors. Like, it's just safe.
Yeah,
they hardly have any crime.
Yeah, De Palm Island was fun. We had tried to get on Renaissance Island, and just due to a comedy of errors, that didn't work out. But De Palm Island was a great time. I would suggest De Palm Island, especially if you've had kids. There's a lot of fun stuff to do there. And then, of course, the downtown area with the shopping. A couple of the shops that we went into, the people were so friendly, so easy to talk to. Just a beautiful place to visit. So we just can't say enough about Aruba. But our final one was Curacao, and again, part of the Netherlands. Get off the boat. We had to wait a little while for a shuttle. That was probably the only negative I thought with especially with Curacao. We had to wait for a shuttle. We had to wait a little while for a taxi back to the port area. But we ended up going to the Sunscape Resort for the day in Curacao, and gosh, what a beautiful place.
It was. I mean, it's a place that I would go and stay.
Absolutely.
It was gorgeous. The beach is perfect. The snorkeling area, they have it like the wall of rock, so that it's the waves aren't like it's nice and calm for you to snorkel right in there. And the fish, you can just. I didn't even go in the water, in the water, and I'm just standing there, and the fish were just gorgeous, beautiful. Yeah,
it was beautiful. The grounds were well kept there. The port area, the Riff Fort was super cool. Super cool. They've redone it, so there's not a lot of the old fort that you're really going to experience. It's all been redone as kind of a shopping and entertainment area. Curacao was, in our opinion, even prettier and more fun than Aruba.
Yeah.
So we thoroughly enjoyed that. So those are our top 5. We're going to throw one more in there that
it's a bonus.
It's a bonus, a plus one. And some people have mixed reviews on this one, but if we were to make a list of 6, this would be our number 6 for sure. In fact, I'm going back there here in about 3 weeks, and that's Cozumel. I know a lot of people have mixed opinions. Cozumel is the busiest cruise port
Right.
for visiting in the world, and I mean, understandably so. There's a lot to do, and if you take the ferry across to the mainland, there's even more to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's if you stay on the beaten track, it's a pretty safe place to visit. So much to do in and around Cozumel. This time I'm taking an e-bike tour around downtown Cozumel. We've done snorkeling and like an all-inclusive. Mr. Sancho's, which is incredibly popular, is in Cozumel. Just beautiful water,
Yes.
friendly people, and things are relatively inexpensive there.
Mm-hmm.
So we like Cozumel a lot, and that's
The food was good.
yeah. Just a fun, vibrant atmosphere. For us, when we're going on a cruise vacation, we're going to have fun. We want some lively, it's...
Yeah. I want to be able to laugh. I want to be able to
Right.
just relax and yeah.
And I think all of these ports, Belize might be a little bit of an exception because it was just kind of an adventure.
Right.
But all the other ports on this list, that's what you're going to get. It's just fun, lively, entertaining. If you're looking to dive into deep culture, then you probably need to just go to like Costa Rica and get a
Right.
helicopter and parachute into the jungle. I don't know, but these are our top 5/6
So far.
So
Favorite
far,
Caribbean ports.
Yeah, favorite Caribbean ports. So tell us what you think. Those are our top 5. What do you think of them? Top 6, whatever we're going to call it. Have you visited any of these? What are your favorites? What's your favorite? Did we miss one? Tell us in the comments below. But hey, that's it for today. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.